Do you ever walk out of a movie and just go, wow, that was awesome? I need to go see that again, like right now. Well, that's how I felt walking out of Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. It's a mouthful of a title, yes, but it's also the blockbuster action spectacle the audience desperately needs. Something that hits the current world zeitgeist without being political in a politically divisive world. Something with great characters that hold their own without dismantling the legacy characters of the franchise. It's a movie that Hollywood can't seem to make consistently anymore, and when we get it, it's like a junkie who found his lost stash.
Is this a 5 o'clock free crack giveaway?
No spoilers in this review. At one point, I will say some minor spoilers, but I will warn you. So, enjoy. The action set pieces seem to one-up each other in great ways, building and releasing tension while satisfying the audience. We travel across the world, from the Sahara to Italy and England. Each environment is different and adds something to the film. In between the action, we get great character scenes that build up Ethan's character more, about his past, as well as one of our new characters, Grace, played by Hayley Atwell. She kinda stole the movie for me. Rebecca Ferguson's Ilsa is still one of my favorite characters from the series, and all the actors' performances are excellent in this film. They are all believable. The stunt work and effects are on another level. We know Tom drove a motorcycle off a cliff 6 times, which was epic in the film. But they also did an actual fight on a moving train. This is something dearly missing in modern Hollywood, which relies on bloated budgets and VFX. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Flash. One thing I would like to add is most of this film takes place in the day, and when there are evening scenes, it's properly lit. Compare this to Indy 5, where most of the movie was in the dark and you couldn't see what was going on. I'm sure most of that was to hide some bad CGI. Here, they wanted you to see the stunts because most of it was practical and real. In a world where technology has become an essential part of our lives, with how we communicate, with how we get our information, so it was kind of a no-brainer to make the villain of these next 2 movies an AI, aka the Entity. I think they also called it Dead Reckoning, but I might be wrong on that. There is a human who works for the AI. His name is Gabriel, and he has quite the colored past with Ethan. Gabriel treats the AI like it's a god, saying it knows everyone's past, present, and future, knows every potential outcome of every possible scenario. He even says, "It is written," like it's the gospel. All the governments of the world want the AI entity to control information and truth. It's a truth-eating parasite. Truth is vanishing. And the key to accessing the AI is 2 keys in the shape of a cross that connect. More false god symbolism that I absolutely loved. I want to circle back to Helena in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Defamation and compare her to Grace in Dead Reckoning, and you can see a night and day difference with how the characters are written. Very minor spoilers ahead for both films, so if you don't want to hear it, skip ahead. In Indy 5, Helena's arc of being a villain to hero happens out of nowhere. And with how much she backstabbed Indy in the film, I couldn't help but hate her all the way through the film. And she's supposed to be our secondary protagonist. She also leads Indy around and steals moments and scenes from him. Check out my Indy 5 review if you want more on that pile of crap, link in the description. Compare this to Grace, who does backstab Ethan through the movie, but you believe in between those moments that there is good in her. And she isn't constantly trying to one-up or steal the spotlight from Ethan. She compliments him. It's still Ethan Hunt's film. There comes a moment where she realizes this is a battle for good and evil, and she needs to pick a side. Continue her life of crime where she will end up dead or in jail, or her mission, if she chooses to accept it, which is saving the world from the Entity. My only complaint about this film is the runtime. It's over 2.5 hours long. I'll just say it, I am so sick of the long runtimes in all these movies lately. One of the reasons I think they are doing this is to pad stats on streaming services, like watch time. But I could be wrong. It's not at all a deal breaker for this movie, but between the second and third act, I was feeling the runtime a little bit. even though I was thoroughly entertained from beginning to end. The movie has an ending that ties up pretty well, but it still leaves you wanting more as you leave the cinema. And with Dead Reckoning Part 2 due out next year in 2024, it's easily my most anticipated film of 2024. Overall, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 is a glorious, edge-of-your-seat action thriller that leaves you in awe and wanting more. Now, is this my favorite Mission Impossible movie? The answer is, I'm not quite sure yet. I feel as though I need to see Part 2 before I make a list of the Mission Impossible films ranked from best to worst. As of now, I do have to rank Mission Impossible Fallout ahead of this film. Not by much, but enough that the movie is a near masterpiece. I wouldn't disagree if you called it a masterpiece, but this film is a damn good film. I give Dead Reckoning Part 1 a 9 out of 10. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to give the video a like, comment down below, it does help with the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe. Make sure you have notifications on so you're notified when my next video goes up. And if you didn't like my video, I thank you for taking time out of your day to hear my opinion. See you all next time here in the Junkyard.